Hello, people, again. This is the third episode of my drawing adventure of the series about me trying to do something I'm not good at, something new in my life, and I have chosen drawing, as you can see, or as you can remember if you watched the previous episodes. It's gonna be the third episode of the series, and as you already can see, today's prompt from what I have mentioned in the previous episodes is from the Instagram profile site called WT Prompt. So, what the prompt? And today's prompt is a flower coming out of something scary. And the first thing I thought about it, because I am recording this video in May, and I had drawn the drawing in May, which is the different time of the year than Halloween, which was the first thing I thought about when I have read something scary, this part of the prompt, because in my mind it is really connected. Scary things are associated with Halloween, and because of that, the first thing I thought about was I don't know how to say that, joke, like it wasn't like really a full episode. It was, I'm pretty sure it was mentioned in multiple episodes. The part of BoJack Horseman show where Todd and Mr. Peanut Butter, they had an idea to create a store with Halloween stuff, but in January. I know that May is not January, but the same as January, it is pretty much a long time to the time that Halloween actually is. So yeah, that's the first thing I thought about. I thought about like adding some little parts to the drawing that would somehow reference to the series, but then I thought that I will not be able to do that because my creativity is not as high as I would it to be on that high level. So it's not the time for the series to make me be really creative about it. I hope I'll be able to make creative stuff later in the series when the adventure will be going through, I hope, many more episodes. But I do not want to talk too much. So let's move to the ideas of what I wanted to draw. And as you can already see, there is a skull, because human skull is probably one of the most things that are related to the scary themes. So when there is something that is meant to be scary, probably it will contain some visible appearances of human skulls. Like, probably if it is in the series, the movie, it is not the real one. I think you know what I mean. And the other thing was the flower. Because of that, I thought about getting a skull. And at this point, I already knew that I wanted the stem of the flower go through the eye holes. So like that, and then somehow there, the nose, something like that. Maybe I didn't think about the nose because I didn't picturize it, draw it here. And the second thing is the flower I wanted to draw. And what is different in this episode is that I have already drawn the entire drawing. It was because I didn't have time, didn't have like right possibility to record my voice before drawing the right drawing. But because of that, I hope I'll be able to still have my energy in my voice, because I hope this episode will be more energetic than the previous ones where I had to cut so many parts of the videos where I was doing like the sound or being quiet. And the thing I also wanted to mention before I move to the right drawing is that I don't know if anybody have noticed that the pan that was in the thumbnail from the previous video was more round, more regular shaped than the one that I have drawn itself in the picture. It is because when I wanted to create the thumbnail, I got to know more about Krita environment, how to do like those little tricks about copying the object, like moving it and scaling. In today's drawing, I also have used another trick. It is not that kind of a trick like that is especially for creators, so using like their tools. Well, it is about the usage of tools, but not in this way. That my friend, which I really appreciate, to show me, to tell me about that tip, that hint about how to draw better, is that they do not use the bucket tool, the one that fills like entire space with the color you've selected, because of when you have not the entire sketch, connected lines, and sometimes the color like gets out of this, which is really annoying. So thank you if you watch this. I hope that you'll watch this video someday. And getting back to you as all my viewers, let's go to the creator itself. So there is the drawing. It is already covered with the black layer I used in previous episode. So let me just use the eraser circle, remove it, and let's see how it looks. And there it is. That's how my drawing for today looks. What I really want to mention is that I'm really proud of how I've drawn it. I wanted to say that for the skull itself, I did use like reference photo or actually reference 3D model that was available on internet, and I have drawn the skull while looking at it, but I am still really proud of how it went. I hope you enjoy it. And well, the flower itself is not as good as I wanted to draw it. I did the shading on those parts, but the flower petals are different colors, and like the color rich doesn't look really natural no matter what side the light would go. The middle part of the flower is darker, is not really that natural for it, but that's how I've done it. The shading is pretty cool, I think. The stem itself has those thorns on it. Oh, and the skull has its own shadowing here and here. And the background is just magenta, is it? I think, with purple dots. But I used the blender blur tool to blend it so it looks like that. I think that it is the best drawing by now in the entire series. I know that it is just the third episode of it, but I kind of feel proud of it. And I don't know if it's gonna be the constant part of those videos, because I know that in the previous video I also mentioned that I was proud of something. It was the melted water bottle. But I hope, because being proud of yourself, and for me myself, is something really healthy for self esteem. I hope you and I hope me myself will be healthy with a good self esteem. And I didn't have an idea of how should I end this episode, how should I finish this episode. So I think that this thought is something good to hear for the last part of the video. So I hope you all feel good with yourself. Bye guys. Thank you for today.